The killer of retired St. Louis Police Captain David Dorn has been convicted of first-degree murder.
Captain Dorn died on June 2nd, 2020 during the George Floyd riots. But now, after more than 2 years of legal proceedings, the jury found this man, Stephen Cannon, guilty of first-degree murder, first-degree robbery, first-degree burglary, and 3 counts of armed criminal action. His sentencing is now set for September the 13th.
And joining us now is former New York City Police Commissioner Bernard Kerik, who knew David Dorn. He's followed this story very closely. Bernie, great to have you back with us.
Thanks, John.
Well, before President Biden tested positive for COVID, he was supposed to go to Pennsylvania today and ask Congress for $37 billion for more policing. You know, it just shows you, Bernie, how far he's come on this issue. And I don't know if he's serious about that or not, but they were all supporting the Black Lives Matter protesters. And this convicted murderer was one of those protesters. And we were talking this morning over text, Bernie. You were one of the first people to kind of point me to Black Lives Matter, Inc. and what they were really all about. And this just shows us it's a deadly organization.
You know what, John? Black Lives Matter was a carry-on from the 70s and 80s with the Black Liberation Army and the Black Panther Party. And ironically, some of the people that were involved then are involved with Black Lives Matter today. But you know what, John? You know who owes Miss Ann Dorn an apology? The Biden administration, Kamala Harris, a number of celebrities in Hollywood, a number of corporations like PayPal and Coke, Coca-Cola, Delta, Papa John's, Target, Peloton, Nike, Microsoft. They owe Mrs. Dorn an apology because these people have supported and funded Black Lives Matter from the beginning, and all they've done is use that money for themselves, and they've taken that money and supported their outrageous conduct in destroying cities, attacking innocent civilians, and attacking law enforcement. Ms. Dorn is owed an apology by a number of people.
You know, Bernie, Captain Dorn's murder was sort of overshadowed by that summer where we saw all the riots. It almost got no play in the media, despite his heroism. Your take on that, and also, have you spoken with Ann since the verdict? What has she told you?
She's, yes, I have spoken to her. She's very pleased with the verdict. She's happy it's over. But I'll tell you something, the void, the vacuum, the loss of her husband, who she loved dearly, you know, it's never going away. That's never going away. She's going to be without him until the day she dies. And this is a tragedy that the mainstream media ignored because they didn't want to put focus on Black Lives Matter. That's the bottom line.
Bernie, we want to talk about your city of New York and the current mayor there. You know, crime's still out of control, and now Eric Adams is concerned about illegal immigrants being sent to his city. He said he still needs additional federal resources to deal with this. And we want to play his comment and get your reaction on what he said and also just the type of job that Eric Adams is doing. Here he is.
Food, clothing, school. This is going to impact our schools because we do not turn away individuals because they're undocumented. Translation services. There's just a whole host of things that this is going to produce.
So now he's worried about illegal immigration in New York City all of a sudden, or at least the illegal immigrants being sent to his city there. What kind of job is Eric Adams doing, Bernie?
You know what, John, so far, and I hate to say this, I hate to say it because I know him. I hate to say it because he worked for me. I hate to say it because he knows better. He's doing a horrible job. You know what? If you were going to complain about immigration and about the illegals being in your city, you should have stopped Joe Biden and told Joe Biden, stop bringing them into this country. That's what you should have done. You should have fought the president and this administration from allowing more than 1 million illegals into this country without being vetted, without being monitored, coming into New York City, coming into other major cities around the country. You should have stopped it and gone after the president. He did nothing. Now he's complaining that it's going to be a burden on New York City. No kidding. Anybody with half a brain knew that.
Bernie Kerik, former New York City Police Commissioner. Great to see you, Bernie. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.